Hello and welcome viewers of Northeast Today. Welcome to Northeast Today's live session. For our today's session, we have with us Mickma Tshering Lepcha. He is a Lepcha folk artist from Sikkim. He is also a recipient of the Ustad Bismillah Khan Yuva Puraskar. Today, we'll get to know all about him and his folk music. So please stay tuned and let's give him a very warm welcome. Good evening, sir. Namaste. Welcome to Northeast Today's live session. So
Okay,
happy to have you.
continue. Nice to be part of this live session, and thank you.
We are very happy you're here too, sir. And for our viewers, and for you, we have actually prepared a video on your journey and your work. Would you like to see that first, and then we can proceed with the question and answers?
Sure.
Okay,
Love.
sir. Let's go ahead with the video.
Mickma Tshering Lepcha is a Lepcha folk singer who hails from Sikkim. He is a performer of traditional Lepcha musical instruments and songs. Lepcha has sung as well as composed music for many albums, including Eternity Remix of Lepcha and Bhutia songs, folk melodies of Himalayas, etc. For his dedicated work in preserving and promoting Lepcha culture, Mickma had been honored with the Young Talent Award conferred by the Northeast Zonal Cultural Center, Dimapur, in 2011. The Governor of Sikkim felicitated Mr. Mickma Tshering Lepcha and presented the award for his accomplishments in Sikkim's Lepcha folk music. In 2018, Mickma Lepcha collaborated with prominent singer and songwriter A.R. Rahman in the series Harmony with A.R. Rahman on Amazon Prime. Conceptualized in the form of musical conversations, A.R. Rahman travels across the country to meet musicians to learn about the ethnographic context of the musicians and their music. The fourth episode of the series is immersed in the mythology and rituals of Lepcha life. Mickma has a small band in Gangtok and they play for Rahman. Tshering is also known for his work on The Last Hour 2021.
Such a wonderful journey you have had, sir. It was very beautiful watching all your music, and I've gone through your videos on YouTube. You are an amazing singer, sir. Just it's applaudable. It's amazing. So before we start, I really want to know how what got you into singing Lepcha folk music. How did you get your interest in this in particular?
Um, if I have to talk about why I like kind of became uh, very interested in performing lecture folk music apart from all other music, it's
Yeah.
actually it begins it's actually kind of the jealousy or kind of a sad feeling when in those days used to have many live sessions programs and that were like organized in the state, and I would see no representations of lecture music, in general. So what drove me like, no, this has to change, it has to change, and if we don't act up ourselves, no one will ever do it. So this is the reason why I like kind of actually stepped into this lecture folk performance.
Okay. And so, would you say, where do you draw your inspiration from? Like, I've heard you say that you draw your inspiration a lot from nature. So, tell us more about that a bit.
Um, Mostly like the lecture songs are like all related with the nature. It talks about the animals, the plants, the rivers,
Yeah.
the mountains. As being a lecturer, we are primarily like we are nature worshippers. In
Yeah.
the olden days, our forefathers used to worship nature. So maybe it's because of that also. It inspires a lot. And uh, when it comes to writing songs of my own, I not only the nature, I take uh, uh, examples from people living, day to day life,
Yes.
whatever it may be, the sadness, the happiness, the work life, daily life, what they do in their houses and stuff like that. So this is how I actually draw inspirations from.
Okay. And we have actually browsed a lot of your videos, and I came across the one which is wonderful, and everybody should see it. And I'd like to request our technical team to play the video on the screen for all our viewers watching to get to know more about Sir's music. And um, yeah, we'll be showing that on the screen, sir, if it's okay right now. Wow, that was so amazing, sir. Like the entire greenery, you in between nature, playing the music, like makes people who are watching want to be there. Amazing, wonderful, sir, wonderful performance. And
Thank you.
so I get to get to know more about your music. And on that, the current we do not have many folk singers in our country. Sir, am I audible? Yeah, we do not have like many folk singers in our country today. Like, so where do you think what is the present scenario of lecture music in our in Sikkim or in our country today? What do you say?
Um, yes, in the early days, I think I used to think it that way too. So once you step into it and like start performing or start doing it yourself, you'll find people liking your stuffs. So
Yeah.
that's something that always drives me, gives me the energy to go
Yeah.
ahead. And talking about the scenario of the present days in Sikkim about the music relating to Lepcha people, I think especially because of my band, Sofium, we call it Sofium. So we've been performing since I think 10 plus years. So um, the reaction, the feedbacks that we get, these days
Yeah.
from our youngsters and the old folk alike, even the non-lectures, our fans are belonging from across
Yes, there's a very big fan
tribes,
following of
belonging
lecture music,
even
non-lectures as well. Yeah.
yeah, that gives me a way of hope that like if we keep on working, you know, I feel that that's a long way to go, but then it'll survive for a long time. But
Yes, sir.
we need to be very clever on how we present our music to the world. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay, and yes, sir. Like you said, totally agree. And there is a very big fan following of lecture music among non-lectures as well, all over the country, as well as abroad. And you know what I really like about folk music is it keeps us connected to our roots, to our tradition, which I think is wonderful. And we'll come back to you now. And for our fourth question, we actually have a photo of you. So we'll be showing that on the screen right now. It's if I'm not wrong, of your group member Sufyan. So could you tell us what was happening here, sir? If it's okay, and we can see A.R. Rahman on the pictures, famous songwriter and singer, film composer. So could you tell us about what was happening?
Yeah, meeting A.R. Rahman sir was one humbling experience
Yeah.
that I have had in my
Hmm.
lifetime. So this specific photo that we are seeing on the screen is
Yes,
the jam session in which the Sofium, my band, was like featured in a video
Sophium. Okay.
in
Yeah.
harmony with A.R. Rahman singing both the documentary songs.
And sir, could you please speak a bit louder, or I think you should bring your mic closer. I'm having a bit difficulty listening to what you're saying.
Yeah, my pods got like disconnected, so I don't know.
Okay. Yes, sir. Now I can hear you clearly. Yeah, you were saying, sir, about A.R. Rahman.
Yes, can you repeat? So sorry, like
Yeah. Yes, sir. It's totally fine. No, I was asking, like, could you tell us more about Harmony with A.R. Rahman show? You are in one of the episodes, so could you tell us about that a bit?
Harmony with A.R. Rahman was a project in 2018, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
I was uh, I was connected um, to the production house through their research team and uh, through the videos that I posted on Facebook and YouTube. And this is the amazing thing about social media. You get to discover many um, amazing people, amazing talent
Yes.
all around the world. So this is how I
came to be in this series. They contacted me, and then um, we we shared emails back and forth, and finally we decided like, yes, I'll do the series um, with Raman Saab, and we
Wow.
worked. It was quite an humbling, experience that I've had,
Yes,
my lifetime.
must be.
It was amazing. He's a really, really very humble individual, humble spirit. So it was
And for for you were also seen playing the pangtong. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Um, you were seen playing the instrument pangtong in harmony with A.R. Rahman. So could you tell us a bit about that instrument?
sure.
Yes, sir.
Um, Puntong flute, the flute that I have is a
Pangtong.
very
Hmm.
unique one. You can see there's
Okay.
only four holes, and including with the mouthpiece, blowhole, it's
Okay.
there are like five holes in it. So this is
Hmm.
called puntong.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I believe this flute holds a very spiritual um, relation with the lectures. It holds a
Hmm.
very meaningful spot in the lecture musical instrument. Um,
Hmm.
Puntong, as told by my forefathers, the old folks of my village and my father himself, this
Yeah.
belonged to a orphan boy. He
Okay.
was gifted by God of music, Narottam.
Oh
So,
wow.
uh, and if I have to shorten it, like the story,
Hmm.
one day it gets stolen by a crow, and then the boy
Okay.
tracks down the thief or the stealer,
Hmm.
and he
Hmm.
ends up in the land of the serpents. So serpent
Wow.
king, serpent god.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
he goes there and like asks back the flute, and the
Yeah.
serpent king he refuses to give it back. But then
Okay.
in a final moment, like somehow the boy kind of like convinced the serpent god, and like uh, the serpent god, like, before giving it to him, the flute, he
Yeah.
placed a certain kind of what do you say, certain formalities, or I don't know, something he has to like convince him, like
Hmm. Hmm.
this is
Hmm.
his flute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he
To
took
get
the
it
flute,
back.
and then
Huh.
the boy, he took the flute, and then he played it from his heart, and this made the serpent god, like cry, and then
Oh. Hmm.
seeing this, the quality of the flute
Yeah.
and the boy, serpent god promised him, like in the times of hardships, whenever things
Hmm.
are not working as um, you think it should have worked, you
Hmm.
can always play this flute in the
Yeah.
early break of dawn, with
Okay.
very clean soul, clean mind,
Hmm.
clean body.
Hmm.
They'll come and help you to fulfill whatever that is missing in your life. So
Wow.
pronunciation is puntong actually. Puntong,
That's
Puntong.
wonderful story.
I'll play a short,
Okay.
small melody for you.
Yes, sir. Please, we'd love to hear you. Please, please, please. Wow, so that was phenomenal. I'm so lucky to witness this live. Thank you so much for playing with us. And sir, I could see this other instrument behind you. Is it called the tumbak, if I'm not wrong? Could you tell us about that as well?
Tumbuk. Yeah.
Tumbak. Okay, yes. Yes, I was asking like how you play that instrument. I could see, yeah, it was right, it's right beside you. If you could show it to us. Yes, could you tell us about this instrument and if you can play for our
This is
audience?
sure. This is called tumbuk.
Okay, Tumbo.
Usually in the olden days, it was played by cattle herders. When they
Okay.
had to graze their cattle in the jungle, they
Mm-hmm.
used to take it as
Yeah.
uh, leisure thing. Leisure time, playing in the leisure time. Just to
Okay.
accompany them in their loneliness. With the cattle.
Oh wow.
So it is believed that this instrument was accidentally discovered by carpenter. You know,
Okay.
who kind of like discovered it accidentally. And in the
Hmm.
olden days, the strings that that were used in this instrument was produced from nettle plant, and there are
Okay.
some other plants that I
Hmm.
don't know the name in English version. We
Okay.
call it borkum in the Lepcha language.
Ballroom.
So,
Okay.
but
Hmm.
nowadays we are using this nylon strings for better
Okay.
sound to come out. So
Yeah.
this is how it sounds. By the way, this book it was made in the year 19, I think, um, 79. I think it's quite
Oh
an
wow.
old
Long
instrument
time.
which have like um, restored it recently.
Yes. Oh my god, so much instrument. Yeah.
Lenchung sarangri, lenchu satirya, lanum satin pingzupa, ugyalo kulinga
Wow, sir.
This is the instrument that most of the singers like um, take it while accompanying them in the stage
Okay.
while performing.
It was
And
phenomenal and so amazing to watch you live doing this. I'm really lucky to be here tonight and watching you play. And we really hope, sir. So, do you travel around like other parts of Northeast and India to perform?
yes, I've been to I think almost all the states,
Oh
apart
wow.
from extreme north, the Jammu and Kashmir,
Oh,
and the extreme south to Kanyakumari.
okay.
Apart from those states, I've like mostly traveled to Gujarat, Rajasthan,
Hmm.
Delhi, Bangalore,
Yeah.
Hyderabad, Assam, Nagaland,
Sir,
many
we'd
other
love to
states.
see you here also play live. Please do come visit, and we'd love to see you live perform. It will. I'm pretty sure people would love to listen to your folk music. And so, which place would you say you love to perform or you love to go there because of the audience? Everyone's like you love performing. They love the place. Is it really?
My favorite place to perform is actually uh, Patna, because I've
Okay.
had a very beautiful experience out there. people would
Okay.
really listen to you, what you're playing. That's
Hmm.
quite amazing, actually. Yeah.
Okay. We love to have you here in Assam as well. Please do visit again in some time. And sir, as we coming to my next question, we can see a photo on the screen right now of you playing the flute with Mohit Chauhan is there on the photo. So could you tell us about what was happening here?
This was a celebration, New Year celebration. We call it Lepcha New Year celebration, which is called Namsung, um, which was um, hosted at Singik, North Sikkim. So,
Okay.
um, fortunately, Mohit Chauhan Saab was like invited to play a song there because he was in Sikkim.
Okay.
Uh, so he was invited to give a gig out there, and we
Mhm.
were also invited um, together. So on reaching the spot, like we were requested to play with Mohit Saab, Mohit Chauhan Saab,
Oh wow.
and then
Hmm.
we kind of like did a song, medley song.
Okay.
Mohit Chauhan song, like sir, like he sings also in Nepali,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nepali. Yeah. So fortunately, we brought up a medley, a lepcha, and a um, Nepali song, and we performed on the
Hmm.
stage. It was quite an experience. Yeah. Amazing,
Okay.
amazing
And sir,
occasion.
I'm sure it was there. And so, is there anything that you're currently working on that you'd like to share with us, if it's okay with you?
Yeah. We actually like my band and me. We 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 we've been in this field for like 10+ years now. So
Oh, wow, almost a decade.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
we haven't been able to bring out our debut album uh, for a long time. So
Hmm.
now we are almost completing our debut album, and it's almost like 50% work done, 20% left. We'll be shooting our songs. We'll
Yes.
also bring up some videos of our songs and put it out there for you to enjoy in the days to come.
Yes, we'd love to listen to it. So you're talking about this, your Sufism band? Sir, am I audible to you?
And now, yeah.
Yeah, sir, I was asking if you were talking about the Sufism band that you're part of. Okay, you are planning to make a debut album, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And so now there are a lot of young artists, who struggle to find their authentic style. Like you have found your authentic personal style in Lepcha folk music. So how did you find it, sir? And tell us, like, there are a lot of aspiring musicians who struggle to find their own style. So what is your secret to finding your own authentic music style?
Um, I think there's no secret actually. There's no secrets or anything in that way. Um,
Hmm.
once you, the only secret that I can like tell you or share with the um, with my fans or music lover alike, is
Yeah.
once you get to once you start loving what you're doing, you'll have to be spearheaded. Yeah, that's I think um, be spearheaded and like be inspired. There are many ways that you can be inspired. So now this is I think the way to be unique or whatever.
Yeah. No, sir, that is very unique because we nowadays we see people making remakes of or a lot of original stuff, or going mainly in just one direction, not trying other styles. But what you do, it's so unique and loved by so many people out there. And and also you represent yourself to such a big global audience performing in all over India. So how do you feel, sir, representing your culture to such a big audience?
it it's all about happiness that you can that you will get from it, you know. I
Mm,
see it that way. Like, it always
okay.
makes you happy,
Mm,
doing what you love, and presenting it to the world the way
such
it
a
is.
beautiful answer. And sir, could you tell us about this photo that we can see on the screen right now?
Yeah, this was, and I think while receiving Ustad Bishmillah Khan your postcard.
Okay,
So
you were Puraskar. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, and congratulations for this as well. And so, and
so thank you so much.
as we know, you're from we there are lots of artists from the Northeast. We don't often hear about them, and a lot of people they do agree that artists from the Northeast are underrated as compared to other parts of India. So do you agree to this statement, or would you differ?
Um, I think in a way there is this term, you know. So, but then I want to like encourage youngsters who are like similarly interested in folk music, or whatever form of music that we Northeastern present out there. We really have to like get out there and then perform and let them see what we have. This is the only way how we can change it, change this perception um, of other people. You know? Yeah, this is what I'd like to tell it to them.
Okay. And I really hope any aspiring musicians out there do follow your example, and you're leading everybody by such you have set such great example for everyone. And also, would you where there any memorable experience in your career so far? Very special that you remember right now, or you would like to tell us, or any challenges that you faced along the way, if it's okay with you.
Um, I think during the starting days of my experiences in this lecture music, you know, um,
Yeah.
it was when I was starting as an individual artist, it was really
Yeah.
difficult for me to. Um, there's this instance when I went for a week long only eating tomatoes. You know, I think this gives me a humble experience
Yeah.
in, in in going out there in life. You know, so this taught
Mhm.
me a lot being an artist, to to out, to outcome overcome the difficulties and the hardships that
Mm.
we get into.
Yes. But it must feel so nice to where you came from. You're now recognized all over the country for your wonderful music. So that's really nice. And about any memorable experience like on stage while you were performing, if there were like any, would you do you remember any, if right at the moment, that you'd like to tell us?
Okay. I
Yeah.
think I should tell you about festival called Zero Festival of Music, which
Okay.
was hosted in Arunachal Pradesh, uh, Zero
Yes.
Zero Valley. It was one of
Yes.
such an amazing, event, that we were part of, long time back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, I think, the most memorable stage that I've ever been on to.
And also, sir, have any aspiring musician, if they come up to you and people come up to you, what advice do you give them if they want to pursue music professionally, which you have been doing?
Um, yeah, I'd say like love what you are doing.
Mm.
Um, always be sincere to what you do. You know, this is, I think, what will keep you going for a long time.
Okay. And so, actually, before we wrap this up, we have another video of you playing, and would you like to see it? It's your video only. I'd love for our audience to check out that video of yours, and I'd like to request your technical team to show it on the screen uh, right now. If so, beyond words, your performance is beyond. I don't even have words to describe how beautiful that was. If I listen out, I can keep on listening for like hours. It was so amazing, and we loved your performance. And before, we always do this thing in our sessions, like before we sign off, we ask for a personal message of our guests to all people watching. And so what would be your message to everyone watching from the Northeast and from Sikkim or all over India in general?
Um, yeah, my message would be, please love what we what what we naturally have, especially respect nature, and be true to nature, and support all the local artists, that the amazing local artists that we have. We are so rich in diversity. We're so rich, and all it deserves is respect and, yeah, love from from all the people watching right now. So, yeah, thank you so much for coming live to watch me today, and much love and love goes out to you.
having you here, and it was honestly our gem of this country, gem of the music industry. And please do visit all other states of Northeast as well. We'd love to see you perform live. And thank you again for attending our today's session. It was honestly a huge pleasure having you. We'd love to have you again on our show. And have a great evening, sir. Bye bye. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much for having me live, and thank you. Thank you so much.
It was an honor, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Bye.
Mickma Tshering Lepcha is a Lepcha folk singer who hails from Sikkim. He is a performer of traditional Lepcha musical instruments and songs. Lepcha has sung as well as composed music for many albums, including Eternity remix of Lepcha and Bhutia songs, folk melodies of Himalayas, etc. For his dedicated work in preserving and promoting Lepcha culture, Mickma had been honored with the Young Talent Award conferred by the Northeast Zonal Cultural Center, Dimapur, in 2011. The Governor of Sikkim felicitated Mr. Mickma Tshering Lepcha and presented the award for his accomplishments in Sikkim's Lepcha folk music. In 2018, Mickma Lepcha collaborated with prominent singer and songwriter A.R. Rahman in the series Harmony with A.R. Rahman on Amazon Prime. Conceptualized in the form of musical conversations, A.R. Rahman travels across the country to meet musicians to learn about the ethnographic context of the musicians and their music. The fourth episode of the series is immersed in the mythology and rituals of Lepcha life. Mickma has a small band in Gangtok and they play for Rahman. Tshering is also known for his work on The Last Hour 2021.